drinking a lot of. Even if it's a baby shower, your friend has just lost a job or even got a job, then you're going to be drinking a lot, especially at parties. And if you're a lightweight like me who hardly drinks, then here's a little tip for you. What you can do is keep guard of your glass, but drink at your own risk. Okay? Tip number 2 is you need to get a gardening kit. Everybody here is gardening. Everyone's growing something, some fruit, some veg, either in the back garden, the front garden, wherever they have a patch of land. Here, Slovenians are always growing something. So, when your neighbor comes around and saying, you know, I'll give you grapes if you give me your cherries, you won't look stupid because you'll have something to give them. So, make sure you're growing something. I have never grown anything in my life because I'm from England and I don't know, we don't just do that. But since I've come here, I've learned how to grow tomatoes. So I've never grown anything in my life apart from my hair. So, you know, it was quite a big shock for me when I seen my neighbors were growing stuff, my family here was growing stuff. I highly suggest you get yourself a gardening kit so that way you can look cute and you can look prepared and you know, you won't look like a total noob. So that's my tip number 2. Tip number 3 is like the most obvious one. You need to learn the language. You can't be a Slovene if you don't know the language. It's pretty straightforward. You just got to know if you're speaking informally, formally, which gender you're speaking to, the amount of people you're speaking to, if you're speaking in dual case. Once you go over these formalities, you know, then you'll be great and you'll know the language in about a couple of years. But until then, good luck. I've been struggling to learn language and I've been here for 10 months and I know about a handful of words. So yeah. Tip number 4, if you want to be a Slovene, you cannot get offended. They are very straightforward, straight to the point, very honest, and they don't beat around the bush. If you're from England, we sugarcoat it, we go around it, we go over it, you know what I mean? We don't get to the point, but we're very polite. But here, they will tell you straight how it is. They don't really care about your feelings. I take that back, they do care about your feelings. They generally just get straight to the point. So, you're gonna have to grow some thick skin if you feel offended very quickly, because at first you might be shocked, like, oh my gosh, you hurt my feelings, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that. But really, they're just being very honest and you must appreciate Slovenians' honesty. It's a good trait to have, but it can be quite harsh if you're not used to getting straight to the point. So yeah. A side note is, if you're in a relationship with a Slovene, you'll definitely know where I'm coming from, just because if you're asking them how your outfit looks and your hair looks or your makeup or whatever, and you know the response you get is not what you wanted, don't be shocked, because they're going to tell you exactly how you look and it might not be what you want, but they're very honest and you must appreciate that. But that's just a side note what I've learned. Okay, good luck ladies. So tip number 5 is to get into shape. If you're like me who lived in England and there's no mountains to climb, and you think you're in shape, because I used to walk a lot. I used to walk to work. I used to walk generally everywhere. And I thought I was quite in shape. But here, if you think you're in shape, think again, because here everybody climbing, hiking, cycling all their life, and you'll have a Babica outrun you and you look like a complete idiot. Trust me, there has been so many times I've climbed up some hills, a mountain, even on walking, and I've seen some elderly lady just walk so fast past me and smiling, dober dan and adio, and then that's the last time I've ever seen them, and they're like 5 miles ahead of me, and there's me out of breath. And I think to myself, how out of shape am I? Like really out of shape, and I feel so bad. So now, ever since I've lived here, I have made sure to go hiking, to go cycling. I make sure I'm in good condition, so then when I'm 50, I'm not looking like I'm being dragged across the floor, you know what I mean? So that's a good tip generally in life, is to get more fit and healthy if you're already not, because you're gonna really look like a foreigner if you're out of breath, you know what I mean? Because here, everybody is doing some sort of sport. Okay, tip number 6 is to get used to saying hello to strangers. Okay, so this is not so much probably in the capital like Ljubljana, it's mostly in the outer regions, I've noticed this. But people here generally say hello to everyone. They're like, dober dan, you know, when you're walking past. This is something I'm not used to. In England, we generally walk past people with a moody face and we don't really want to mingle so much. But here, everybody will smile and walk past you, greet you. It's a very hospitable country because everybody is always very welcoming and they're always saying hello. So you need to learn to become more open if you're very introverted here, because people will generally approach you and be very curious about you, especially if you're Asian like me, because I think I'm the only Indian in my whole village, and obviously I'm brown, so that makes me stand out even more. And people are very curious and very friendly to me, which is great, especially the old granddads when they get a bit drunk. But that's not everybody, that's just some people that I've met at parties who, when they get drunk, they become really friendly, and it can be annoying, but you have to get used to it because they've never seen an Asian before, probably. They've probably never seen an Asian before in their village, so it can be quite overwhelming. Generally, you have to get used to speaking to strangers and being more open, because people here are very curious and they're probably not used to seeing many foreigners, especially in the outer regions from the cities. So that's something that you can work on. Tip number 7, if you want to live like a Slovene, you're going to have to eat like a Slovene. So here the traditional food is normally like very simple, like sausages, kranjska sausage, which is really nice, krovica, domaćica. I like that sound actually. They eat a lot of savory food. England, we have a lot of sweet food. Here they do have sweet food, but like even at the cinema they have salted popcorn. Normally in England we have sweet popcorn, which generally I'm used to. Also they have like blood sausage. At first I thought I wouldn't eat it, but then I tried it and actually quite nice. They also have this in Scotland, so something for you there. So yes, they normally have a lot of sausage and bread and potatoes and beans. Very earthy sort of simple foods, but very delicious. So if you want to be a Slovene, you're gonna have to also learn to cook these, bake them, make them nice and crispy, share them with your family, your relatives, and you're all good to go. You can host your own party once you learn, so good luck with that. Tip number 8 is going to be, you got to sound like a Slovene. So you got to know some of the swears. I'm not going to share it on here because I'm trying to be kid friendly, but generally you're going to have to learn how to sound like a Slovene. Most of the time they do sound like they're arguing, but they don't mean any harm. They're actually speaking nicely, talking about nice things. But if you're a foreigner, it's going to sound like they're having an argument when they're really not. Also, you got to make sure to not use oh my gosh or oh my god anymore. The top phrase that I've learned to say whenever something surprising or something shocking happens is Jesus Maria. I have been using that word for everything for some reason. I just heard it so many times, and now instead of saying oh my gosh, oh my god, I'm always saying Jesus Maria, which is quite funny because I catch myself saying it and I'm thinking, I'm turning into Slovene. Those are my tips how to live like a Slovene. On a side note, I've been living here for 10 years. 10 years. I've been living here for 10 months. And I'm married to a Slovenian, so I have integrated myself well, I think, into living here. I've learned a lot of new things and skills that I never thought I would know, such as gardening, learning to be more open and meet new people, because before in England, if you've met the people there, sometimes we can be quite reserved. Here in the outer regions, very friendly and very hospitable to foreigners, especially because I'm also Indian, so they probably think I'm very, calm and spiritual. Although I'm quite spiritual, I don't know about calm, but I enjoy talking to the people here and meeting new people. So that is something I really love about Slovenia. And if you have a holiday to plan, then make sure you come visit, because it's a really beautiful country and there's plenty of things to see. And you also get healthy, because I'm eating now very homegrown foods. So that's all for today. I hope to see you guys in another video. If you did like this video, please like, subscribe and leave any comments down below. I hope you guys didn't get offended because it was just for fun, but I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!